900 knot closure. Dodger, do you copy?
Roger that. This is Dodger incoming 20 left at 10 miles right behind you and ready to roll. What do you have on HAWX 2?
In this game, we'll be taking down some enemy aircraft, bombing tanks and military buildings, and even guiding our super agent over satellite view. Fasten your seatbelt, Dodger. It's gonna be one hell of a ride. Over and out.
Like the first HAWX, HAWX 2 focuses on the fast and furious action aspect of aerial combat. We don't have to memorize millions of buttons just to get our plane airborne, and in many cases, we are almost immediately engaged in the heat of the action. But fast action doesn't mean that it's easy to kill off our enemies. The artificial intelligence is pretty good, and the enemy will try to use every trick up to sleep to avoid our missiles and put an end to our fine carrier.
Well, we'll have to do the same if you want to survive this brutal war. The game sometimes can be pretty hard, even a medium difficulty. If you're not fast enough, our army can be overwhelmed, or our own plane can be shot down. Escaping from enemy missiles can be a pain in the butt, since it takes a lot of time and the clock is always ticking. Of course, we can use flares to fool the missiles, but ammo is limited.
Come on, Hunter, play the angles. You can take that guy.
Besides being hard, the missions are rather varied as well. You will have your basic combat missions like taking out enemy planes or bombing buildings from above, but you will have your special combat missions as well. Sometimes the goals can change halfway through. For example, once a member of our squad was suddenly attacked from every enemy plane, and before we could continue our mission, we had to take a quick detour to save his ass.
Missile inbound!
We will have to keep sharp reflexes in this game. But what about the sharpness of the graphics?
Good hit on the back.
Well, HAWX 2 looks pretty good, especially the area surroundings and the ground terrain. Every object, the buildings, the trees, the enemy vehicles are very real, not just painted over a map. If you bump up the graphics on your PC, the visual appearance is even better, but HAWX 2 looks pretty good on consoles as well. Compared to other games, the facial details of some NPCs are a little under par, but this is minuscule when you look at the surreal skyline.
010, 126.
Viper 2-1C, Ryder. The Marine assault.
The other thing we missed was the storyboard, which wasn't the best per se, but not so interesting either.
This is General Vasily Morin.
Your country will face some mysterious resistance group that always causes havoc, but honestly, you will probably lose interest in this global conflict and just concentrate on killing the enemy.
All in all, HAWX 2 is a pretty good action simulator with lots of varied missions and aircraft to fly, big explosions, cool graphics, and a backstory that's tied to the upcoming Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Those who dig extremely complicated simulators or deep stories won't find their needs fulfilled here, but anyone wanting to unleash speed and fury will be happy with the latest Tom Clancy title. So, what's the score, Dodger?
Overall, I think HAWX 2 lands an 8.4 out of 10. Uh-oh. Caster, I think we got a bandit on our tail.
Roger that, I've got radar contact.
I'll get a visual ID, Caster. You hook 'em, I'll clean 'em and fry 'em.
Roger that, let's turn and burn.
805